everyone. I'm going to do a little introduction about what is WTTC to set up the contest. We are an organization that represents the private sector globally, over 200 companies from the different sectors and companies and geographies are the members of our organization, and they help us to shape up the future and the agenda of the travel and tourism sector. Our members are from the most disruptive companies to the most traditional companies, and 30% are in Europe, 30% are in Asia, 30% in Americas, 10% in the rest of the world, including some Spaniards, of course, and Europeans. The reason why I'm telling you that is because our vision is the vision of our members, and they are the ones that are guiding us to shape up the agenda. That is the number of companies that we represent, and that is why we created the organization 30 years ago, to be able to talk to the governments with the voice of the sector and to be able to explain them what do we need to be able to grow, what do we need to be able to shape up a better tourism. We are doing report and research for over 30 years. We are measuring 185 countries. We calculate the GDP and the number of employment. The GDP because it's how the tourism is impacting the economy. And I'm going to explain a little bit later about how much are those numbers. Our focus are in 3 pillars. Of course, travel mobility. Why? Because visas, without visas, we cannot travel from one part to the other. It is very important that we are focused on that part. Technology, the biometrics, the resilience. Now more than ever, you all know how important it is to resume international travel and to be able to send passengers from one part to the other. All those things are really very important for being able to attract new clients, new customers, but you know, Spain is good because the Spanish passport is in the 3rd of the most important passport worldwide. Sustainable future, that is something we really are focused on. We cannot grow without being sustainable. Why? Everybody knows here. And being sustainable, it doesn't really mean being environmentally sustainable. It means to have a proper workforce, to be focusing quality versus quantity, and that is what it's all about today. And that is something we are very focused as well as with the destinations. The destinations needs to be ready for being able to be resilient and to be sustainable. Other thing is the digital transformation. We all know how important is innovation as part of the value chain of tourism. So we are working in so many different committees with our members. Referring to the numbers before, in 2019, travel and tourism represented 10.4% of the global GDP. 1 out of 10 jobs in the planet were because of our sector. That's why it's so important that when we are talking to governments, we are going there with numbers so they really understand why we need to work together to make sure that the tourism is located in the right place and where they are taking the decisions and is in the right place in the agenda. Again, we are doing forecasts. The next 10 years, the tourism is going to be growing 5.8% in yearly basis, and outpacing the global economy, which is doing 2.4. So that is where we were, that is where we are. We are expecting that by 2023, at the end, we are going to be in a similar level that we were before COVID hit. Same for employment. We represent 333 million employments at a worldwide level. We're expecting by 2023 to have those numbers back. So those are figures very important. You have here as well the numbers for Europe. We are a little bit below 2019, but again, we are outpacing again the global economy at European level. When we talk to our members, we're asking them, what are the challenges? Where do we have to focus? Okay, so those are the, so staff shortages. We need to keep the talent. We have to have a proper employees. We have to attract people from different parts of the ecosystem to be able to be better when we are serving our clients. Global inflation, of course, we all know that is affecting pretty much. We are expecting that it's going to be increasing the prices, but at the same time, the consumer is not yet affected, but it's going to be probably being affected if this situation is continuing over the months. Government alignment, we all know how important it is that the public, private, and the communities are working together. Nothing would be, being able to be sorted out without the 3 parties are aligned. And we saw that during COVID pandemic. We have seen that in many occasions during different crises all around the year. So that's why Those are one of the challenges that our members are telling us. Connectivity is very important, not only the connectivity between cities, between countries, but as well, as I said before, being able to have the proper visas for the proper countries so we are able to make sure that travelers are moving. And of course, sustainability. Everybody's talking about that, but it is really, really an important thing. For those challenges, we are working very heavily with our members. We have been releasing many different reports and research and inviting you to be able to have a look to them. They are in our website, so you can have more in-depth and zooming in the results for that. But I wanted to highlight some of the trends. We did that at the very end of 2021 with trip.com. I know that they are going to be talking today as well. They are our members. We all know it's a little bit of common sense probably, but we need to really prove it, and that's it. The domestic recovery is bigger than the international, longer stays, short window of booking, wellness is now a priority. When people is traveling, they are looking for themselves a little bit more. They are more focused on sustainability, and of course, we cannot not be part of what is going on in the planet right now. We need to really focus on that. Talking about luxury is something that members and consumers are telling us. More and more, the luxury travel market value is going up. We are now about 900, almost $1 billion in billions in dollars. Of course, it would be a little bit, you have to translate that to euros. What luxury represents at a global level, but by 2027, we're expecting this will go up to almost 1 trillion, so it's very important. If you look at the tendencies, the people requested, they were more and more interested in luxury travel. And during the pre-pandemic levels, the number of consumers that were looking to luxury, they are still maintaining it. But right now, again, new consumers are more and more requesting for a travel experience. And 70% of the leisure travelers across the US, UK, Canada, Japan, and Spain are planning to spend more money on travel in 2022. Again, sustainability is very important. Clients are more and more, they have more compromise, they are committed, they are resilient, but they want to be part. When they are traveling, they really want to see that the places they are traveling go to or where they are going to be staying, they are sustainable. The big chains, they all know very well how to do, how is the path to become sustainable, be more sustainable. But the little companies, SMEs not, is why we have been launching this minimum hotel basics. We are going to be doing that for every sector, and we encourage you to be part of this movement. So there are some basics, 12 basics minimum for being able to start to be sustainable. So when the client is going to be searching for you, they are going to be looking, they will be sure that whatever they are getting is a minimum basic, recognition, let's put it like that. So we have already over 50K hotels, 50,000 hotels all over the world, and we are expecting to move at this number. And last but not least, we are inviting you all to be part of the Global Summit. It's the global event that we do on yearly basis. It's going to be in KSA, the Saudi Arabia Kingdom, and we are going to be discussing about those challenges in a bit deep. So thank you very much. I think I overexceed my time, and I'll let you to have a super successful day today. Thank you.